It seems to me the actors and actresses are called up by the script, and I wanted the story telling us about the characters.
It's largely the story of a police officer that's investigating this alleged crime of this woman who's been seriously abused.
Angela is a really complex and interesting character for an actress to get to play. Her father is an alcoholic. There's been a huge level of neglect in Angela's life.
It kind of takes Bruce down the rabbit hole, so to speak. The highlight of this film for me was to work with David Thewlis in Luther.
Within the story, you have two observers, the psychiatrist and Faith. We are playing chess.
Rains is a psychotherapist, a scientific man who deals in recovered memory therapy. He's called into the investigation to help out.
Through this therapy that he's experiencing, he actually starts remembering what the daughter is accusing him of. He's caught up in this mix of very tragic circumstances.
Our characters are at odds throughout this entire movie. Alejandro is a brilliant director. He makes all of the actors feel very safe.
Alejandro insisted in at least 2 or 3 weeks of rehearsals to really have the chance to map out all the different beats and to really figure out together as a team how we were going to tell the story.
Regression is a movie about how tricky our inner mind can become.
It's a real roller coaster ride.
I think it's a real exploration into fear.
Regression has all of the components of a psychological thriller, sort of horror movie, but it has a deeper layer to it.
You know, there's a lot of horror movies and thrillers and genre movies, but I think Alejandro is exploring superstition in a really interesting way.
Regression means, among other things, going back, and in this case, it was like going back to the movies I used to enjoy as a viewer, and also the kind of movies that I used to make when I started as a film director.
Alejandro's movies are, you know, the smart man's horror film. If you want to be challenged intellectually, emotionally, and if you want to be on the edge of your seat and really experience something that's genuinely very dark and very scary, that's what Alejandro does.
I wanted to try a suspense movie that would take the matter seriously, not with that kind of ironic detach. I wanted to do something very serious and very contained. We looked for several houses, trying to find the perfect farm for the story, which had to tell two things. One, the family drama, and also the tragedy and the horrifying things that happen. The regressions, we wanted to do it the analogical way, which is trying the out of focus for real.
He knows exactly what he wants, but he's very passionate about collaboration.
It's interesting to see how, through the collaborative process, with such little, suddenly became something very special.
She's really been through a massive amount, and to try and identify with someone who's been through as much as she has really took some soul searching. It really did. It's kind of, I remember reading some of the lines and just going, wow, how am I going to embody that? How can I stretch myself far enough that I can make that experience and convincing that I've really had that experience? So yeah, it's been great because, again, I feel like I've learned so much through playing her. And the challenge of her, again, I think has made me a more confident actor. So I'm very grateful for that.